Oh shit.
Hey, nice.
Are you streaming?
Thanks for collecting the stunts.
I had the stream panel closed. Hi everybody. Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Out Publishing. I am the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Johananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. And I'm happy to be here, and I'll be playing my new character, who if you watched Session 0, you would know that is Cedric Jimfist.
I'm 80 Springer, also known as Corbinian, and I was going to say reprising my role. It's a new character. I will be playing Harzar Steelflame.
Hey folks, I am super glad to be here again to play a new character. It's me, Aaron Bamier, also known as Aaron Dippity Do, and today I'm going to be Temo Pab, the wild folk warrior.
Yeah, boy! It's your boy Keon. I'm over here making music, slinging beats to these hoes on the low. And my new character is Morgus of the Silent Valley, aka Morgus Geen, aka Morgus Borgus. Let me see your bones.
Oh no. Yeah, hey. So this is a new game, new campaign. Takes place on what I'm currently calling the war-torn continent. You have all been issued maps, so that's exciting. You kind of see it at home, not really, but yeah, there's a full big continent. Right now you are all on your way individually to the Isle of Mourn, because you hear rumors of, well, some of you hear rumors of plague, some of you hear rumors of corruption. I think that covers everybody, pretty much. One of you metaphoric corruption, one of you actual corruption. But yeah, so the countries are at war. A lot of small conflicts are breaking out. There's not a whole lot of fully open warfare yet, but there have been skirmishes. Things are heating up. A few towns have been sacked here and there in the night. And the death has already brought rumors of plague and disease all the way to your homelands. But we're going to open up. Who wants to be on this boat first? We'll go... Gary, you look ready.
Oh yeah, I was born ready.
So we open up. It is about dusk, and you board a ferry that travels between the mainland and the Isle of Mourn, a forsaken island that was destroyed in a conflagration during one of the battles, and no nation claims it, as it is a barren waste. But there is a secret inn upon this place where ne'er-do-wells and outcasts gather, called the Night Lily. You are on a ferry. It is just you, unless you're traveling with anybody, and the ferryman, who is... it's one of those ferries that has the chain that you pull. And so he's walking across the length of the boat, pulling this chain, and it drives the boat forward.
Cedric Jimfist is a big, beefy dwarf, real stocky, about as wide as he is tall. He's about 5 feet tall and 235 pounds. He has jet black beard and unsettling abyssal onyx eyes that when you look into them, you just get lost in how dark they are. I have a tattoo brand on my face from when I was expelled from my enclave, as it were, my fortress city. So that's sort of a known thing when you see dwarves with brands on their face that they got in trouble for something. It's just not known what I'm in trouble. I would think this is probably not my first time to the Lily.
Probably not. Yeah, it's quite possibly somewhere you've been before. But you'll be being pulled across. The human pulling the chain, he is an older, like middle-aged man, completely bald, with he has a shoehorn of hair. He's all sweaty. His shirt's stained with sweat, like yellow stained, because he does this all day, every day. He's just wearing plain breeches and boots. Back again. And he'll be walking the chain.
I'll plop down on one of the benches, just hard enough to rock the boat a little. To the Lily.
Of course. Not much out this way. Anything fun? Or is this business? And he's just making chit-chat. He doesn't really care.
I'm sort of just staring down at the boat. And as he asks these questions, I'll flash him a pretty dark, menacing look. Everything I do is fun.
He'll nod, like he'll recognize the danger in your face, but he sees a lot of your kind, more or less. So he's not like shaking or anything, but he'll kind of like ease up off the questions a little bit. But yeah, right before you got on this boat, what were you up to?
Before I got on this boat, I think that I would have been in a cobblestone basement, and the camera sort of sees this dark flickering light, and there's a guy sitting in a chair tied up, and he has like 6 crossbow bolts just sticking out of him at different angles. And then you hear me yawn, ugh, and I sit up from my bedroll and roll it up, pack all my stuff, get my backpack on, and open the cellar doors to walk out and turn back.
What was that last part? Something happened to your sound, yeah. Keanu, are you doing that on purpose?
Doing what?
Oh, your sound got all fucked up too.
All right.
Oh, there's Gary.
Yep. I turn back to him and say, "It was a pleasure," and I walk out and close the cellar doors, boom, boom, and keep going. And as you see the camera kind of zoom out, it's this 3-story tavern, and people are waiting outside the front door for it to open this morning. And I just walk off down the back alley and head towards the coast.
Are you interrogating him?
I was definitely. It would have been more than interrogation, methinks.
Oh,
He would have been somebody to kill that also had information, not somebody that had information that wound up killed. With that many crossbow bolts, there's a reason.
And are you on your way to the Dark Lily to hand off information, or because of the information?
Let's say I'm on my way to. Is it cool if this was just a contract, just an easy?
Oh, the Night Lily, sorry. Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Yeah, let's just make this an easy bounty contract, just something I can make cash doing.
That's fine.
And I'll add just a tiny bit more. Instead of getting up and straight up getting my bedroll, I'll sit there downstairs and have breakfast and like sit in a chair across from the guy and eat my food and talk to him like he's a guy, not my best friend, but have a conversation. Good morning, how are you? Any good dreams? Stuff like that before I pack up my stuff.
But he's dead, right?
Super dead.
Okay. Alrighty. The chain will keep pulling. You'll go through the mist. While in the mist, there'll be 2 different people on the boat. We will open the scene up to... We'll go with the duo of Corbinian and Aaron. Your characters are on the same boat at a different time, also traveling to the Night Lily. Hey, thanks for 26 months, Jenny. Season 2 hype. Fuck yeah. I'm excited for Season 2. But yeah, so you are being pulled across the mist as well. Across the moat, as it were. Describe your characters and what you're doing.
Go ahead, do it.
Sure. So, Harzar is a somewhat tall Drak or dragon man, but with the obvious scalings, but what gives away something about his mixed heritage is the fact that he doesn't have a steady gleam of scale, but in fact it has this sort of palish green that is more associated with the Orcish tribes. It's not a color, it's not a shade that a Drak would normally have. The average person might not notice or care about the difference. They see the draconic features and go, "Oh, that's a Drak." It's like, no, but which one? He is dressed. He has the tribal dress of the Nagami tribe. Is made with various leathers held in such a way that it's sturdy enough to withstand most travel, but in this case it's a tiny bit nicer, with leopard print at the skirt of the armor to indicate his to indicate that he's someone important within the tribe. But what highlights that is his large blue-purple diamond shaped sash that crosses his body, indicating that he is an envoy of the Nagami tribe, or one of them. The one thing that kind of breaks up the tribal look that he has from the Valley of the Stars, the fact that he has like this rather jaunty looking hat with a slight bend at the top from his sailing days. Something he picked up in travel.
Like an Australian outback hat.
Kinda, yeah. He would have no boots or lower legs because of the big draconic claws that he has for feet. The lighter claws to his hands. And the one thing that would mark him out from any other Drac, which would be seen from various tribesmen, is that he's marked with tattoos across his eyes. There's this shimmering blue paint tattoo into his around his eyes, tattoo across the palms of his hands, and then there's scrawling across his legs that is visible, and it just catches just a tiny bit of light. Like normally tattoos, they kind of fade a little bit as you have them for a long time. These ones still look fresh, like they're freshly tattooed. There's that almost glimmering paint look to it.
Are they freshly tattooed, or are they like magic?
They're magical.
Well, you know what they say, Drac don't crack.
Oh, do you have the background?
I have the specialization marked.
Marked, yeah.
I have the mark on my hands. I have the mark of war for those who know such things. Which in his hands he has just a simple. Aside from his backpack full of various stuff, he seems to be a person who's well traveled, as well dressed as he is of his tribe. He looks like a person who travels a lot. And when he walks onto the ferry, he has this comfort about it, this sureness, like he's been on the water a lot before.
You have your sea legs.
And in his only apparent weapon at the moment is an harpoon with a bit of rope attached to it. So if he wanted to fish and throw his harpoon in, he could still wheel the thing back in. It's not really meant to fight with. It's meant, although you can fight with it, it's meant as a fishing implement. It's a tool. It's a tool more than a fighting weapon, which is odd for Nagami tribesmen because most people who had ever seen would see an axe, a sword, a magic arcane stave. So I look fairly peaceable.
I like that you made the Nagami tribe and then made two characters that don't fit into the Nagami tribe. It's pretty funny. Excellent. And you are not traveling alone, if I am correct. You have a paid bodyguard.
How tall did you say you were again? Roughly?
I said rather tall, so I'm thinking somewhere in the... he's skirting somewhere north of 6 feet.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then your build? Just so I can make a comparison.
Very an athletic build. I think like a very... it's a weird way to put it, but an athletic lizard. So one that's meant to be a little quick, but not bulky.
And so, okay, cool, yeah. So next to you, generally always within, close distance everywhere you go, for the most part, is just a couple inches taller, but significantly beefier. How can I describe this? We'll go from the bottom up. She stands on cloven hooves. Where's my image? That are mostly covered in like leather pants that are patched and sort of adorned with bits of different kinds of metal things, like a knee pad, little dangly thing here. That mostly seem to be cosmetic more than anything else. Coming up to a waist belt that has like a big old. It's actually like a what skull? It wasn't a fox skull. It was a fox skull at the waist. And coming up from there is like a hard leather sort of breastplate that's strapped on the front over sort of like a blue tunic. And a lot of people would recognize the design of this hard leather plate to be of the Kiergenhoffet warriors that this figure is. The Kiergenhofen being from a mountain folk, which are like these goat-like folks. So her head comes up to these sideways eyes and a long angular face that's still kind of humanoid and actually ends in a thin little white beard. Her ears stick out sideways like the goats kind of do, and from underneath is a bunch of white fur that sticks out from the end of the bracers, from the hard leather sort of plate that she wears. There is a strap that comes across where they're sitting on the back is a big old, like a bearded axe. You know, at the big front there. There are also a couple of smaller axes that are like hung together, and held in this hand against her hip is a big old helmet. One other thing I forgot to mention, of course, is the horns that come up and twist. They look a little different than maybe other Kierkenhoffet warriors who are all horned, as they are all from the same tribe. These ones sort of twist out and like back and around in a way that is sort of unusual and kind of stands out in its own regard. The helmet itself bears horns that come out through here, the tusks of a faceplate, and the part kind of clicks in here, and there's a big red plume that sits. But that helmet's at her hip.
Fucking sick.
And she's standing there right next to Temo Pab, Kierkenhoffet warrior, stands there next to
Most excellent.
her charge.
Thank you for the follow disembodied voice K. I do like it. That's it. Do you have creepy goat eyes? Like those slit eyes?
Oh, yes. Yeah. They're like the weird sideways
So
pupils,
weird.
and they're like orange, you know?
It's really
And
good.
like, yeah, and everywhere where there's not fur, this skin underneath is like that pink that's speckled with like the black kind of, you know?
Gotcha.
That animals have. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a Drac and you're just called Kiergans though, right?
Or Kiergan.
The
Yeah.
Kierganhoffen are the mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a Kiergan and a Drac. Both of you are not coming from terribly far away. It seems like all three of you had to pass through Ishtrim to get here. But yes, what brings you to the Night Lily?
We had initially been in the court briefly of a noble in the Kingdom of Greystone, which the Nagami has a good relations with. So of all the places that Harzar went to, that was one of the first stops because that's a very friendly country that he could easily ask questions. And he started hearing rumors about this strange illness and the fact that, which eventually led him to another tavern that talked more about it. But it was like we went from a nice court to a more seedier tavern to basically just learned both times you need to go to the Night Lily. There's just that's if you want answers, that's where you need to go.
Yeah. The Night Lily stands pretty much right on the border of the east and the west. So the east is mostly where the sickness is happening right now. The east, yeah.
But for Harzar's part, the entire time he is as much as the tribes of the Valley of the Star are warrior people. He is this smiling, friendly guy who's just in the halls of Greystone. He'd be talking in a very proper way that the Greystones would expect someone of official standing. But when he gets away from that, he immediately switches to talking a bit more faster and talking a bit more with an accent from going out on the sea, because he's used to talking like that because that's what he's used to. But if he has to talk proper, he'll talk proper if he has to. It's a switch that his traveling companion would hear. It'd be like switching gears almost immediately. He just clicks to depending on who he's around. But anytime trouble came up, he always trusted his companion to deal with it. He never actually got involved right away.
That's fair. And yeah, we'll say that you probably definitely came across some trouble on your way here. You had to travel through Istrom, and to get to the ferry, you have to travel through the very tip of Nile Itsu, which is a swampy, ruined place full of old ruins and some new ruins from a civilization that tried here, but to no avail. You'll
And,
emerge from the
that's-
mist. What's that?
I was just gonna say that as far as Temo's concerned, outside of pretty much just following Harzar wherever we have to go, I feel like the two get along as Temo's also of a friendly nature, and to the point where any time that we have been accosted, it's almost been like a fun game for Temo to step in between Harzar and they, and
You like the
do
fight.
her job.
Yeah. You're like an Asgardian. That's what you sound
And
like.
some people probably were assuming, oh, you're an envoy, you're an official person, you're gonna stop them from kicking my ass. I didn't say anything about that. You picked a fight with us. That's your problem.
It's your problem now, gang.
Thank you, by the way.
The boat will emerge from the mist, but this time it'll be carrying a different person altogether, as our final member of the party is also taking this boat at a different time. We'll say it's nightfall at this point. The moon will be half full as you make your way across this waterway. Morgus.
I only travel by water by the light of the moon, to keep away the dark feelings brought about by the sun.
The sun makes you have dark feelings.
Well, they're always there. I'm just more comfortable in the night. Morgus is a very slight, let's say a respectable 5'5". Very pale skin. He's kind of like a Tim Burton wet dream, not a pinch of melanin on him. Just like they like him in Hollywood. I actually don't even feel like I need to describe it because Penguin did such a good job. There's no way you can see this on this, right? Oh no. Well, not really. Oh, okay, that's a dog. All black robes. All black robes. Hair maybe shorter than mine. More black, big, dark, wet eyes, and an expression that's kind of always this. But he has the white face paint. The white skull face paint, just to kind of keep him on theme. Yeah, black robes, a staff with a skull on top of it, and in the drawing Penguin did, he actually kind of gave it like little claws on the bottom, which was pretty cool, and a satchel that wraps around it. And the design of the satchel is like the clasp is like a human. It looks like like the skin of a human hand, like wrapped around, which was pretty sick. Yeah, and then keeps in the satchel is plague doctor mask, because he follows the plague, and where there is death and pestilence, Morgus will follow. It is to help people and to provide comfort, and maybe see if he can profit off of anybody like wanting their dead family members revived. So it is technically for good things, but on the inside he also just like really likes being around death, and he doesn't like admit it, but he just likes it, so he follows it wherever he can.
You're a spooky boy.
Yeah.
The ferryman will be pulling the chain. He'll look at you. We've been getting more and more of your type around here. Plague doctors, huh? He'll look at your mask.
Yes, doctor. Do you have any bones?
Yeah? I'm using them, though. He's gonna keep on pulling the chain.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. He'll stop talking to you immediately.
Fair.
He creeped about. But the boat will hit the land, and you'll depart. It's not too far. There's a town here, but all the buildings are abandoned, boarded up. But when you walk around the obvious destroyed, dilapidated buildings, there is a building on the other side that has a light on. It is a mostly stone building. It is a 2-story inn. It has a picture of a black lily flower hanging in front of the door. You'll see some drunk out front, like laying in the mud. Probably got kicked out at some point. And you'll hear, noise of aha, and like cups shuffling, that sort of thing. But you'll enter, and you will see everyone else in this tavern. You are all here now. Some of you have been here for a little while. Or we'll get into the specifics of who is here for how long. But you are all... Why is that not open? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. I had to pull up my notes so I could remember who's all in here. I'm doing a terrible job of opening my notes. Here we go. So yeah, you'll enter into the hearth through the swinging doors. You'll see Cedric Gemfist, Gary's character. Where are you sitting, Gemfist?
I'm gonna be sitting at the end of the bar, but not like in a, not in a booth in a corner, but far edge of the bar.
Far edge of the bar. You'll see Temo, the Kiergenhofen, and Hazar Steelflame, the Drax. What are you two sitting?
Holy crap, when they walk in, that's like a big deal. That's a dignitary and a legendary warrior. So maybe if nobody else catches it, they certainly catch my eye.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they do stick out a bit. Kiergenhofen make their rounds. They're not, especially now that there's war going on, there are a lot of them running around, but it's still interesting to see one.
This isn't their kind of scene, and especially for a dignitary to be here, that's real weird.
It is out of the norm. It is out of the norm. Oh yeah, where are the two sitting? Sorry.
We're gonna want a table because my helmet is huge.
I was feeling table.
And it goes everywhere I go.
So you guys are just sitting at like a small 4-person table, just the two of you. Behind the bar, there is a dwarf, also marked with the mark of the exile on his face. His name is Bardakir. He is also a dwarven exile, but he runs the Black Lily.
I have a question. Is the bar extra short, or does he have?
No, it's human scale.
So he's just like. Right
Oh, you're asking. Oh, it's hard. I guess you can tell he's a dwarf just because of the way he kind of looks.
I think that there's a step on his side of the bar.
On his side of the bar, if you look, there's like it's built up so that he's flush with it. Because this is a human bar that he has taken over, so it's been accommodated. Yeah, that's a good question. It's a legitimate question. There is a goblin sitting in the corner at like a booth, just kind of sitting there. He looks like he's been there a long time. Like his stuff's like out, and like he's like looking at some stuff in his bag. He's like looking at some coins. We'll say he's sharpening a dagger with a whetstone and eating his food. There is a woman serving drinks. There's a human female barmaid that's going around. Her name is Miriam. You'll find that out, so I'll just tell you now. One of the more interesting things that's in here, there is a owl person in this bar with
Who?
An owl person.
Who?
God damn it. All black feathers. He's pretty slight. He's not like as puffy as a lot of owls are. He's very, like, you can tell that he's kind of skinny. Pitch black feathers, and then he has like a white owl face. I don't know if they call that like the owl mask, but like his face is white. Yeah, and he's one of the fidget, or the people, the owl people. And then there is a company of mixed people sitting all together in one of the corners. They're the ones that are being a little more rowdy. But one of them you can immediately pick out is wearing the colors of the military of Shaol, which is a nearby country. But the only reason he would be here is if he was a deserter to that army. So he seems to have a crew with him. And that is the scene when Kian walks in. I don't know how any of you react to him, but a plague doctor walks in here. Might be.
Well, he's got the mask concealed.
Oh, yeah, the mask concealed. But yeah, this creepy looking guy walks in with a skull staff.
Yeah, he does have a skull staff and then skull face paint. But I feel like he walks in and tries to he's very unnoticeable. He's very like a little waif boy. Like when you see him, you're freaked out by him, but you don't notice. It's hard to notice him. And I think he's kind of in the same way. What's Gary's name? Gino Gemfist?
Cedric.
Cedric Gemfist. In the same way that he noticed the other two when they came in, I think that Morgus kind of sees him. They might recognize each other from work, but more than anything, he just again, he's so attracted to death. He can just sense that there's death on this door, and he's very attracted to that.
There's death on a lot.
Nothing sexual. But it's because he just came, because we know, fourth wall break, we know that he just, tortured and killed a guy. So he's got that, fresh juice on him, and Morgus is just kind of popping up, peeking around behind him.
Hello, sir, you smell like murder.
You have the smell of death upon you, dwarf.
Hi, Eric Jackson.
Good to see you again, Morgus. Haven't seen you in some time.
Yes. It's been a while since the Orlando job.
Sit down and let me buy you a drink. And don't stare too quick, but take a look at these two over your right shoulder. They're definitely out of their part of town. I wonder what brings them over here.
This is how he turns.
And at the same time, I'm going to turn and look over, how I just told him we don't both look at the same time. We both real obviously look at you guys and then look back.
Now you'll see these two characters staring at you.
Arjar just kind of sets his hat down on the table, just kind of leans back, puts the harpoon against the table. Oh, glad to be off the ferry. It's also cramped.
The Miriam will walk up to you guys and say, drinks, eats, or both?
Do me a bit of drinks and eats, and how about a pitcher for each of the tables round, yeah?
We're making an impression, aren't we?
If you insist.
Well, if it would offend you, I mean, if you don't want my money, I won't give it to you.
I'll walk over and put my hand on Corbinian's character's hand, slam it down on the table. Don't go buying drinks for everybody around here. Some people will realize you've got a lot more money than them.
Sir,
Bad
you must
place
take your
to go
hand.
flash in your wealth.
You're gonna need to take your hand off of him.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
You're gonna need to take your hand off him. Now, please.
I pick my hand up. Don't mean any harm. Trying to look out for your best interest.
You would notice when you grab my hand that when your character name, goddamn, Tema called you out. There's a brief moment where you saw his hand lifting off the table and something was appearing, and then when you lifted your hand away, he just slammed his hand back to the table and went away. Whatever he was gonna pull something out of his hand and he made it go away. Oh, we're all friends here. Don't worry about it. I represent the Nagami tribe, and the Nagami tribe are not stingy. If someone wants to try me, well, my companion is more than able to give them entertainment of the bloody kind, yeah?
Morgus
I will definitely
pops
be entertained.
up like a creepy shadow behind Temo. You have the bones of a mighty warrior. I'm sure death follows in your wake.
When it needs to.
spooky.
How about 4 drinks, Harzar? Maybe?
4
Instead of
drinks.
everyone?
Yeah, 4 drinks. Come on. Have a seat. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fresh. Well, not so fresh. The warm air. Let's go with the warm air. Yes.
I gotta admit, whatever brought you to here, to this place that made us cross paths, I am excited to know your story. If not, at least a little curious. So I'll sit and drink.
Okay then. I'll be right back. She'll just sort of step backwards. That was like a tense situation. She'll go get the food and the beverages. She'll be back in short order. The 4 of you sit down together. The Fidgeon with black feathers will go sit at the bar now that it's empty. And he'll glance at you guys every now and again. But everyone's kind of looking around. It's just kind of the vibe of the bar.
And what leads you to this part of the Great Mountain?
Death and disease, and the causes therein. As they say, word is that someone knows something about something around here.
Does Great Mountain mean something to you? Is that like the world?
That's just... Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
When you say that about the death and corruption, I think we should all slowly turn and look at Morgus. I know he seems like an obvious suspect, but this guy's been around a long time, and for what it's worth, he's trustworthy.
Yes. You can trust me with your bones.
Both of you do everyone immediately recognizes the mark on his face of the Forsaken Dwarf. Just FYI, I don't know if that colors your opinion of him, but, you know.
Despite looking like with all his official clothes, as official as the Nagami tribes and go, he seems, if he's offended, he doesn't show it.
No.
He's all smiles the whole time. So are you some sort of Chiurgeon, yeah? Stitcher?
Me, I'm an appraiser.
Appraiser wound or appraiser steel, yeah?
Mostly gems.
Oh.
You know, my family's, were a big gem cutting family. So it runs in our blood.
Anyone
I
buying
can't-
any big gems lately?
Yeah. I sell some gems every time I leave this place. And I'll actually shake a big bag of gems and spill them out on the table. And they're pretty, but you know that they're all worthless. You may know. You're intelligent. But they're just shiny rocks and clear glass and colorful things.
Oh, those are mighty pretty.
Thanks.
Well, look-
They all come from the Great Mountain. So I deal them where I can, and between you and me, usually when somebody buys one of these, they hand them off to their target. And depending on the color, it's depending on how I treat their target.
I look at Timo like I'm lost. Like there's something being implied and I'm not catching it.
Hey,
I think he's saying that, he works sort of like we do, but looks like or sounds like maybe a different kind of job, gem cutter.
Hi, Toyzilla Network. Welcome to Season 2 of Fantasy Age. Welcome. But yeah, so you guys are all sitting about with your gems and you're talking. But you are here for a reason, right?
Yeah, they said the corruption. He said the corruption.
Okay.
I'm gonna glance at the Fidgeon. I imagine at some point we do like sort of like make eye contact, sort of.
He looks at you every now and again, yeah.
At one point we make eye contact. I just do like a short like nod, just like. But then like a second time we'll make eye contact, and that one stands out in its own right that I can't really fully describe, but that's just where that's at.
That's right. I mean, you can tell that he is of your people. He is from Raven. Why he's here, you don't know. But the owl folk do tend to travel.
This corruption you speak of, that's the same thing that brought me to this place.
Oh, yeah?
The Great Mountain runs deep. This entire realm is connected to the Great Mountain. So if an infection spreads here, it will infect the caverns and it will infect the mountain in the same way that if we don't purge the evils that lie within the mountains, your realm will be infected. So yes, I'm here and I serve the Obsidian Eye. And so long as we have aligned interests, you'll find my crossbow on your side. And at this point, you guys notice that I have a crossbow. It really wasn't a thing before. Whether it was mixed up in my gear or I left it on the bar, you'll notice one now slung behind my chair.
Oh, snap. Thanks for the subscription. Penguin, welcome to the stream. And hey, we got I think we have like a minor hype train going. So that's cool.
Hype train!
Or like
Hype
it's
train?
close.
It's close.
That's close. It's going chugga chugga, but no choo choo yet. Thanks for the bits, Jenny. But yeah.
Well. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah. So you can ask for information at this place if there's anyone you want to interact with. People around here might know more about the local plague and afflictions going on.
I'm gonna lean actually into to Harzar a little bit and just sort of say, for information, I don't know about these two. That crossbow's nice though, but check the bar. If that Fidgeon could know anything.
Think you can have a word? Yeah?
Yeah, your options, you can ask the employees here, you can ask the Fidgeon, you can ask the group of bandits, or you can ask the Goblin. Oh snap, hype train away! Thanks for the bit cheer there, Eric. We got a level 1 hype train. Woo, woo.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty dope. I'm pretty happy about that.
You know the Fidgeon?
Who?
Or you just
Well, we-
know him? Yeah.
We know of the Fidgeon.
I almost started
you want me to
explaining to
call him
you who the
over?
Fidgeon was again, Keon, and then I got upset. It stopped.
You did this.
I did nothing. But yeah. Sorry.
So who are you two anyway? I'm Harzar Steel Flame. This is my travel companion, Timo Pab.
Introductions.
I'm the appraiser of Koath. You can call me Cedric.
Cedric. Got it.
Cedric.
I am the shadow of death itself. You may call me Morgus of the Silent Valley, for there they speak no more.
There's a chance
Probably why
that
they call it the Silent Valley.
there's a chance any of you have heard of the town that died overnight and they call it the Silent Valley.
I love that place.
It has made it into folk tales.
Very peaceful if you need a good spot.
Yeah, this damn ferryman wouldn't shut the hell up when I was on my way out here. I love the Silent Valley.
That's strange. He was so quiet when he was with me.
I don't know what it is. Maybe people just like my dwarven charm.
Must be
Yeah.
that, yes.
Fair work's a born work.
The barmaid will bring the food and drinks, and she'll hear the dwarven thing and like kind of laugh at you because she works for a dwarf, so she just thinks it's funny. The necromancer is at the bar, raising the dead flies back to a life. That's funny.
Have Cedric Gemfist and the bartender clocked each other as being cast out dwarves yet?
Oh, there's no
before
way
you
they
guys-
missed it. Yeah.
Before you guys got here, that definitely happened, and I probably have a 15% discount.
Either that or he hates you, but it's,
Yeah, that could go either way.
it could go either
Why'd he-
way. But
Why'd he get cast out? Why'd the other one get cast out? Do we know?
gonna
You
go
never
ask
know
him.
unless you ask somebody, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a great way to make friends.
No.
It's like it could be tax evasion, it could be murder. Who knows?
A lot of stuff.
Hey, stranger, how did your mom die?
Yeah. I killed her. Okay, I shouldn't have asked. Got it.
Michael Powell.
What did you do? They got you exiled from your family.
I skipped Thanksgiving. Really? That's why you got kicked out? I
That's
know,
it.
right?
Yeah. Dwarven culture, man. It's because we went to my wife's family's Thanksgiving instead of my dad's family's, and so now we have to walk the surface forever.
I don't know. Our brother hasn't been to the last 2 Christmases, and he's still our mom's favorite. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, but you can't unsettle that, bro. He's just better than you guys.
It
It's
is.
true.
It is.
It is actually true.
So, how'd about you get out of the Silent Valley? I mean, not to pry or at wounds, but that was some scary times.
Oh snap! Thanks for the 2 gifted subs. We have achieved a new level of hype train.
Woo!
Oh, one complete.
John, is there a name for the death god or the undeath god yet?
The undeath god, yes. Their name is Imtes.
It seems I was spared by the goddess Imtes, and though the lives were drained from my family, and all 6 of my brothers, and all 12 of my sisters, and both of my fathers and my mother, I seem to have awoken with a new strength in their death, which is perhaps why I follow its wake now.
So for the record, him praising Imtes, or saying that Imtes spared him, is like saying Beelzebub, like, got my back that one time.
Hail Satan!
It is. It's not quite on that level. It's like one level lower, but it's just like what? But yeah, you have all introduced yourselves to each other. You've been making eyes at this Fidgeon for a while, so he's gonna he'll pluck up the courage and he'll saunter on over here. Fidgeon walk funny. I'll just point it out. They kind of shuffle, and their head like sort of like bobs, but their face stays like stationary. Their neck like moves, and it's like really like a chicken. They walk like chickens. And it's sort of an awkward, gangly walk, but he'll walk on over here. For the record, he's like a 5'6" bipedal owl. He has a staff that's made of like a dark, twisted wood. And he's wearing sort of navy blue linen clothing. Lots of pockets and that kind of thing. He's wearing a backpack. He looks like he's ready to travel at a moment's notice. Hello there. He'll do like what you'll eventually realize is him doing a small bow, but it's just weird because of the way his neck moves. I am Darkwind. It is nice to make your acquaintance. It is not often that I see a Kurgenhofen out in the wild.
Could say the same about you.
Ah,
Even less common, I think.
well, we are very spread out. What brings you to this part of the world? Kind of ignoring the rest of you. It's a little rude, but he did bow to everyone.
Here for information. Looking what is it, Harzar? Something about that plague.
Yeah, just trying to learn what people know about the plague and the war.
His head sort of awkwardly turns to you. Like he moves when anyone talks, he moves like his whole head, and he doesn't move his body. Oh, I got a Game Master power up. Thanks, Sheila. I wasn't expecting one of those already, but we'll bank it.
I mean, we've already heard the tragic tale that the Silent Valley was in fact a real thing. Yeah, but and also it seems this disease reaches all the way far north, in the Dwarven Mounts. I mean, I think anyone and everyone would want to know whose fault it is, or if there's anything to do about it, or if we're all being cursed by some god or another. Yeah.
Sundance Kid, thanks for the boon. For anyone can have this boon. So we'll just have it in a pool that you can use if you need to. Well, that is interesting. Okay, you are here in search of. He'll look at all of you. Plague. Well, not too far from here, there is a town that is recently, after the raids, has been stricken with the plague. The town of is the Bevan Township on the coast of Shao. Hype train! Oh, cool, we all got emotes. Mine's a key cat.
Emotes?
I got hype sleep. I got a sleepy kitty. That's my emote. Thanks everyone for participating in the hype train. I hope you enjoy. Share those emotes. Absolutely. But yeah, it's the town of Bevan Township. It's not far from here. I came from that way. The east, it seems, is ravaged by war and pestilence.
You hear about what caused her, yeah?
The plague?
Yeah.
The plague is sure to follow wherever the dead go unburied.
Oh, that's just, what you call it there, body sickness. You know, I wave at, Kian's character. You must know, your god must know the word for it, that disease you get when you're around dead bodies too long.
In the ancient tongue, it is known as...
Blink. Yeah. Trying to play it off like I knew what he was saying.
That one.
Yeah, I know what he just said.
On the money. I gotta write down this character name. We have a new character. His name is William Williamson, the fourth. I could fit that name into this game pretty easily.
So, did you catch the sickness there, friend?
Oh no, our people have not seemed to have been infected yet. Don't know if we can be, but I kept my distance. I watch from afar. The whole time he's talking, he's bobbing his neck. Is that all you wanted to know?
Well, I'd like to know what side you're on.
Side. He'll look confused.
The war, or the wars, as the case is, since everyone wants to kill each other these days. I mean, it's money and blood and all, but everyone has a side, usually.
Fidgeon do not participate in such things.
There's like a chuckle from Timo right before she takes a sip. Like
Timo will laugh at the notion of a Fidgeon taking a side in a war. I'll be like, haha, we do not do such things. We are born to walk the earth, to learn the earth.
I raise my drink at that when he says it. Here, Fidget.
He'll raise his drink as well. He'll put some in his mouth and go because that's how birds drink.
He has to like pour it at an angle straight down his throat.
He gets it in his beak and then he tilts his head back and
I
like
thought
gargles.
another bird had to drink it and then gargle it and then spit it into his mouth.
That's baby birds.
That's how they drink.
Or lover birds, but you know, no king shame.
Corbinian's got that drink king.
That's why it rhymes.
Oh, God damn it. Penguin says that they're not affected by the plague, but they suffer from chicken pox, which is pretty funny.
That is funny.
It's pretty funny.
Did you know the admin of the Bevan, the mayor? If it's still alive, anyway.
I am unsure. Last I checked, he was holed up in his mansion at the edge of town. A wealthy man.
I beg your pardon, but
Seemingly-
did you say mansion?
Yes, the manor of the owner of the town. Not so much. I guess he's the mayor, but he owns the town.
Do you mean
legally.
Baron?
Baron? I don't think so. He wasn't given the he paid for the town like as a private citizen kind of thing. Like he's just a rich guy. So I think that's a township. I don't know.
It would be. It'd be like a guy who founded his own settlement.
Yeah, he founded his own settlement. So it's the town. It's the Bevan Township.
He's like, I call myself the mayor. Why? I made the damn town.
He made the town. Now that we have gotten to this point, I can show the players. I made a little map, an area map, to show where you are and where you're going. The Isle of Mourn is where you are. The southwestern corner is where the Dark Lily is. I know it's kind of small,
Scale.
but in the top right, in the north, to the northeast, where the dotted line goes, that is the Bevan Township. We'll say that the Dark Wind is showing you a map that he drew. I'll be like, yes, you have a few options on how to get there. You can go to the other side of the island, to the tent city, and try to get a ferry there. Or you could go through Nialitsu if you are feeling suicidal. And he'll like chirp, like kind of a laugh at that. You can travel through Nialitsu. It's just like dangerous. But so is going across the island. Like it's all dangerous. But
Does
one will take
Nialitsu
you.
happen to translate in any particular language, or is it just
Which
an
one?
old proper name? Nianatsu. Like if it's like, is it
Nialatsu is it was named by the native people of that region, and it just means night swamp.
Like, oh well,
Night
that's
Swamp.
why.
Yeah.
Dibs on a band name. Night Swamp.
Night swamp. Yeah, hell yeah. But it is a swamp, full of ruins and God knows what. People tend not to travel that way. Armies have known to go missing in that swamp. So
Yeah, the mention of that Temo leans over to Harzar again. I have to recommend against going through Nialatsu if we can, boss.
Well, we could probably afford a ferry. They're not too much. It's crossing a bit of water, but
yes,
that said,
there isn't much civilization on this island for obvious reasons, but there is the tent city, as I said earlier.
oh, there's plenty of civilization. There's a tavern. That's all the civilization a place needs, says the guy from a tribe.
He'll chortle. He'll do a little chortle and then be like, ha ha ha. Kind of, yeah. I guess I laugh like a crow, huh? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's how he laughs. What was your names? He'll ask all of your names just so he knows who you are.
Arzar Steel Flame of the Nagami tribe.
You don't have to give
Envoy
it to
of the chief.
Okay.
Morgy.
Morgus of the Silent Valley.
Of the Swedish Valley.
Timo Pab, and it's a pleasure to see you, kinfolk.
And he'll bow to you. He does show her more reverence than the rest of you, but it's just, subtle racial bias. It exists. And then, do you give him your name, Cedric?
Not unless he looks at me and pauses and waits.
He does. He looks at you and cocks his head to the side.
Yeah. The appraiser of Koath.
Ah. He'll look at your mark. He'll as he does so, he'll get kind of closer and look at it. You'll show it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll smile. You can see his face kind of grin very nice. Very, very interesting. But I have given you all information. It is what I do. Do you have anything for me to learn from you?
Well, I can tell you what little I've heard up in Greystone.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
I haven't been up that way in quite some time.
And Harzar will recount what little he might have learned in Greystone, because he would have gone to the Greystone City to learn what he could. So he probably has what information, so I'm actually wondering, sort of flashback-ish, how the Greystone fit into whatever war that's going on, and what do they know about the plague, if anything. Excellent. And I would recount that to him, because he told me information. I'll tell you information. I don't mind telling secrets of Greystone, because not my country, not my problem.
It does seem that this plague is spreading. If you ever do find anything out about it, please do tell me about it, so I can share the information. And he is pretty much offering to disseminate. If you guys learn stuff about the plague, he can help. And he'd be happy to. It would be essentially you'd be paying him by telling him information, anyways. Well, it was wonderful to meet all of you. What an interesting gathering of people. And he'll finish his drink. He'll be like, "Oh, bartender," and he'll saunter on over there with his awkward walk. Then he'll continue to do what he was doing before. So if I'm not, so you intend to go to Bevan Township by way of the Tent City Ferry?
Yeah, that's the plan.
And do you plan on leaving immediately or waiting for a dawn?
How long does it take to get to the Tent City from here?
Tent City could be a few hours of a walk. It's not the middle of the night or anything. The sun went down about an hour ago. So it's not out of the question to go now, but
yeah,
you'd be traveling by night.
Well, Morgus, Cedric, don't want to chain you to it, but I get the feeling that the two of you have your interests. And if you're looking for finding some answers like we are, I'm willing to pay for your ferry ride if you want to come with. Certainly use extra hands and extra knowledge. I am but a traveling envoy after all. There's only so much I know.
Oh, snap. Eric Jackson, thanks for 2 months of subscription.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Nice.
Where's are you? You sure? You sure about taking them in?
We got a appraiser and someone who survived one of the most deadliest disasters in living memory. And besides, if they try to kill us, you'll kill them, so all's well. We're all friends here, right?
All's well. That's right.
We should be so lucky to walk in the embrace of death.
Excellent. What about you, Gemfist?
Yeah.
Excellent. The party is formed. That was fun. I like that. I like the whole. It was good interaction. You guys can see Darkwind at the bar writing down, presumably stuff that you guys talked about at the bar. But as you get up to leave, you go out into the night and you look across past this ruined town, just across the desolation that is the Isle of Mourn, towards the tent city. And you begin your march. We're going to go ahead and take our break there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for all the boons, the likes, everything, the hype train. It's been great. We appreciate it, and we'll be back soon. So stay tuned. Hey there, everybody. Tonight we have a really big show. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to Fantasy Age. I'm still Johanna, I'm the Game Master.
It's me, Casualty, CDG. I'm the co-host of this show and the next show.
I'm 80s Finger, also known as Corbinian, continuing my role of Harzar Steelflame, the Drakish Orcish envoy of the Nagami tribe.
And bodyguard to that one is me, and you do. But actually is Temo Hab. That one.
His name is Harzar Steelflame.
Like, I know his name is Harzar Steelflame, okay?
Like Charizard without the shit.
It's Charizard's porn name.
Charizard.
Harzar Steelflame.
Oh yeah, it really would be.
Charizard's R word, man.
Oh my god. Playing Morgus of the Silent Valley has really got me thinking about bones and like how weird they be, right? Like, I mean, we all know this. Isn't it crazy that you never move the top part? Like, this is all one thing, and then this is a different thing, and you never actually move the top part. Like, you could try it, but you don't. Like,
I think if you like put your jaw in something that held it still, you could do it.
I don't think that's good. I feel like that would be real bad. Yeah, isn't that a really uncomfortable thing to think about?
Yeah.
Your jaw. Oh my god.
Welcome to my whole life. Is me thinking about that.
God, what is this? Bo is afraid? Don't watch that movie. It's
I hear bad things.
this is so bad.
So your party has just decided to travel together to the nearest site of plague happenings for information on this new sickness for various reasons. You step out into the moonlit barrens that are the Isle of Mourn. You're right out behind the tavern at this point, looking forward just across this dirt plain full of rocks, and you can see the outlines of like destroyed buildings every now and again. But your direction is northeast. That is the way you need to travel. How do you travel? What is the means? Are you in a formation? Do you have any torches? You singing any songs? That kind of thing.
I'd have a torch lit once it gets dark enough for it to matter. Harzar would not make any great effort to form a formation, but he would always be kind of taking cues off of Temo to go like, what's it? If Temo's like, nope, don't go that way, or step a little bit more to the left, it's like, okay.
Yeah, so I'd prefer to take point for Harzar, but maybe have one of the other folks take point. Actually, how about you?
I've got keen eyes.
Yeah, what's your gem fist? You want to take point? Gem fist.
Cedric
Cedric the
so
gem
sorry.
entertainer.
Yeah, I'll take point. I can see pretty well in the dark, and I know this place. I've walked around here before at night.
And you do know that it is dangerous around here.
Small one can take up the rear. That sounds like a good idea.
You can stay near my flame if you want.
No.
Go. What's
Wait,
the
no,
name
I'm
again?
Which name?
Small one.
Which one's
That's
the
you.
dwarf?
No, not you.
Why would the dwarf not be the small one?
Because the dwarf.
Why
is
am I
not
always
small.
the short one?
You are like 2 pieces of kindling, my friend.
You are taller than he is,
No
but
offense.
you are like half.
But
his
you're like
weight.
small,
We
right?
would
like,
not do well
Yeah,
face
yeah.
to face in a Hrothtofen, that's for sure. This wouldn't happen.
The fuck's a Rothtofen?
I think what she means to say is I could eat you for breakfast and have room for seconds.
Is that a proposal?
Absolutely.
I don't
that's
judge a
about
man by the flesh, but by the power of their. I'm not gonna say bones again. but
What about
But
skeleton?
you want to.
it's all about the skeleton. It's all about the skeleton power, baby. One thing that I guess I could do is like a torch. So I ended up taking Fire Arcana as my second magic, and I have Flaming Weapon. So I think my Skull Staff is also like a night torch. Food for thought, Penguin.
Yeah, 'cause you could probably do a Minor Arcana and go.
It's a major, like for the Flaming Weapon.
Well, yeah, to make it a weapon, but like if you were just like a minor cantrip sort of thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But fuck it, I just rolled it anyway. Okay, yeah, my Skull Flame.
Skull flame. Sorry, I'm doing a thing.
Yeah, one thing that would be new to that would be that Temo would already know that Harzar's like this, but for Morgus and Cedric, Harzar it is keeping a gauge, an eye on where the two of you are and how you're moving, and then just it's like ever so subtly he's trying to stay in a position where he's not getting it. Like he's used to being around people who fight, so he's trying to make sure he's in no one's way. Like he's trying to make sure everyone has nice space. And he's sort of, but again, the whole time he's formed up on Temo as the primary fighter. But he doesn't say anything. He just does it. It's just something he does. Like for as fancy as he is, he does actually know how to fight because envoys know how to fight. Surprisingly.
Yeah, envoys are not that bad at fighting. Mages are still the worst physically at combat, but they have magic.
As I'm leading the way, may I roll a perception searching check just to keep searching the tree line, make sure that there's nobody watching us or that we're not getting followed?
Yeah.
I rolled a 20 with 4 stunt points. It's pretty astronomical. That's pretty fat numbers.
You don't see it. No one's following you from the tavern. Nothing like that. You're looking around. There aren't any trees. The surrounding
Broken
stuff,
rubble and stuff,
is
yeah.
rubble and stuff. Yeah. So it's like broken buildings and stuff. At one point you do see somebody in like one of the ruins that's like kind of sitting there, like they're alive. Maybe they're like trying to sleep there or something. But you see a person hiding in the ruins somewhere. But they don't look like they're getting ready to ambush you.
Okay, cool. I'll just let's see. I see them, and I'll point just so everybody else sees them too, and then I'll turn my head back and keep walking.
What do you do with your stun points?
I was gonna open that up and see.
Exploration, probably.
I got a cheat sheet thing in the Discord.
Oh my man, I love you, Corbinian.
As for the class specific one, you'll have to look that up because my cheat sheet has envoy.
We don't get any of those until level 2 anyway. Actually, it looks like.
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
I think we only get class stunts starting at level 2, right?
Oh.
And then we like use them or something.
Oh, there's class stunts?
There are class stunts now.
Class specifics.
Everyone watching, there are now class stunts. It's pretty
Yo, that is really cool.
I am looking forward to that happening.
I need to look into
Yeah, it is
that.
super cool.
I also forgot to open my cards, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Boom! I have my cheat sheets. Let's see. You have 4 points?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. You can do the upper hand. If your discovery leads to combat within a moment or two, you get +3 bonus on your initiative. The object of your attention gets +1 bonuses to further tests, so you could get +1 in the future to looking at stuff. Something.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'll just keep a +1 for looking while we're doing this travel scene.
Yeah, +1. You're doing your travel. There is going to be a moment where I'm going to ask you for an active perception check. So that will be, yeah. You'll be walking for about an hour. You're probably, I don't know, a third of the way there. We'll say you do a perception check. A rock moves or something. Go ahead and give me that.
I've rolled a 17, so plus 1 makes that an 18 altogether.
Everybody roll initiative.
We're being ambushed by the dwarf. I knew it.
Dang it.
Yeah, me and Gary worked this out before. We're like, what if we just kill the party ourselves?
Ha ha ha. Wasn't that a fun session 1?
Well, see you never. No.
Wow, look at us on this initiative roll right now. Just lining ourselves up.
Alrighty, I got mine. What do you guys got here? We got a 12, an 11, a 10, and a 14. 14 takes the cake. So that's going to be
That's me.
Cedric first.
There's cake.
There is cake. It's all up in them jeans, boy.
With an activate action, you can mark a target for death.
Yes, you're gonna mark. So you're gonna mark the first one you see. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I guess I should ask what I see.
I'll describe it. I'll describe it in a second. I'm just writing down this.
I was
bullshit.
just reading my skills out loud, so I would remember my brand new skills for my brand new character that I don't brand know how to play yet.
What's your dexterity score, Keon? 2?
My dexterity score, like my stat,
Yeah.
is 2.
Alrighty, and then there's Morgus right there. Then you two chuckleheads, Hazar and Temo, sorry.
Chemo.
I keep wanting to call her Temo because of League. All right. So you are walking just through a particularly rubbled area. This might have been a ranch or something. There's several buildings around here. One of them to your right is a broken house with the side just taken off of it, 2-story, and you see like something fall, and you look up, and you see a large humanoid shape standing up there with ram's horns and a long face, cloven feet, brandishing a club. And you'll hear it bay, bah, from above, as a beastman stands up there.
I look at Temo.
Doesn't
He's
look
not
like
one
her.
of yours, is he?
Actually, and that question's being answered almost as you say it, because Temo closes the faceplate down and bays in return, like to challenge.
I will use my activate action to mark this sucker. That means I do +2 damage until it's dead.
You'll see 2 others emerge. This one's a goat. The other one is some sort of pachyderm-looking creature. It doesn't have a long trunk, but it has tusks, and it sort of has like an elephant head. He's like a big guy. And then the final one seems to be... It has a snake's face. And all of them are just wearing like pants, like they're all bare-chested. The snake one has scales, the other 2 have fur, but you can still see their human bodies. And 2 of them are carrying like heavy weapons, and then the lizard person is like wielding a dagger. But yeah, that's the scene.
Oh, good.
And there are several broken buildings around. They're emerging from these structures. The goat man is up above you.
I'm going to mark him with my activate action. Then I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Which one are you marking?
The big feller, the first feller,
Okay,
the
first
guy
feller.
who's above us who came out and bayed for initiative.
Go for it, dog.
Going for it. Oh, is there some kind of minor action I can use to get a plus to my aim?
You can aim.
Is that give a plus
Assuming
one or a plus
that it doesn't
two?
take a minor action to do your
Load my gun.
Not
Load my crossbow.
to do your assassin sight thing.
Mark.
That is a. What did it say? I read it and I forgot it.
It's all good. We're learning.
It says with an activate action.
Activate action is probably a minor action.
Probably.
It's at least a minor action, so we'll have it be the minor action. You can't aim this turn. But
All right.
he stays marked until one of you dies.
Oh boy, look at that roll. I rolled triple ones. It's a 1 and a 1 and a 1. Wow. That's my first combat roll.
Oh, and
No.
crossbows are like what?
If
Major to reload?
There is a floating boon.
If
It
an
is.
even a floating boon, could I even? Or at least it's not triple ones.
If you rolled high enough, in theory, because you do get a pretty big plus there. It's possible. It's possible, man. It's not looking good.
No, I re-rolled a d6. I got a 3, so that turns my 8 into a 10.
That might hit.
That won't hit.
Worth asking.
So as this goat man monster creature brays up above us, I reel back and fire a crossbow bolt right over his shoulder. The light of the moon or the threat of the creature, who knows what it was, but I fire straight off into the ruins.
We'll say your foot just caught like a burrow or something. And you're like, oh.
I'm gonna reposition. I'm gonna run because I don't want to get hit first.
You run away and he watches you, but he leaps after you and he's going to swing at the first person that's immediately behind you, which is one of these two. We'll say he goes for, the one that challenged him, I suppose, would make the most sense.
I was gonna say I would be behind. I would be next anyway.
You're definitely the most obvious target after.
Yeah. I just look like a dude with a harpoon.
What's your defense?
My defense is 12.
He does hit you. He comes crashing in with his club for 9.
9. Okay, well I got an armor of 4, so we're going to drop that down to 5.
Just a 5. It's still
Yeah,
pretty
I
good
just
hit.
kind of like lean into it as I also start to prepare my attack.
Excellent. Immediately after that
Armor unit.
is Morgus.
Okay, which one did Gary mark?
The one that is attacking currently. It's not something you can see, but yeah.
We're in melee range, or yeah, we're close.
You're pretty close. You're not, like, you would have to take a couple steps up if you wanted to melee him, but yeah.
Sure.
I'm not gonna be doing. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do an attack that is 8 yards long and 2 yards wide. So it is possible if they're bunched up, I can hit multiple.
The way that they are standing, you could hit 2 of them.
Total target. Okay, 4 stunty boys. Hey, and then I made it a weapon, so I can roll it.
So you
fire
hit your
fire.
target number on the dot.
But then they make, so there were also, what is it, dexterity versus, dexterity acrobatics versus my spell power, and they could take only 1d6 plus 1 rather than 2d6 plus 1. Yeah?
Neither of
Yeah,
them
big
pass
guy.
it. Neither of them pass it.
Ah, you're not more acrobatic than fire. Okay, well,
It's not bad. 7
And then
damage to 2.
Do you add intelligence or anything? How does this work?
It would say in the spell.
You should say it's probably plus willpower.
Okay.
It looks like it says +1 right now, but that might be something that you didn't add right or something.
No, I would never do that. I would never. Yeah. No, it's 2d6 plus 1.
You got I think with magic stunt, a spell stunt, you'd be able to make it hit harder.
Yeah, 4 stunt points that you can use specifically for spell stunts. Spell stunts are sick.
Spell stunts, basic spell stunts. So let's see what the 4s will get me. Split spell. Closing spell. This is more drastic than usual until the next turn. Anyone tempted to make a melee tap. Fast casting after spells, but you can immediately cast another spell. Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, you could
wow.
do that. You could,
Yeah, I'm gonna, and the way that that Morgus is casting this is with his arcane catalyst is the skull staff. So of course the fire is shooting out of its eye holes, and just fucking him up.
You should have Ghost Rider's head on a stick and you're using
Yeah,
it. It's pretty cool.
So let me do that one again. If I hit.
Oop, you're one short.
Ooh, if I do not hit, okay. So did he
There.
not take the bone?
No, it wouldn't have mattered, so you didn't take it.
Okay, can I take it? Because I don't
You
wanna
can if
waste
you just need it, because you just need one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Just roll
can.
D6.
I would say.
No, I just passed, right? Because I
I-
can't get a 1 anyway.
I would say re-roll the 1 because then you get the chance of getting stunt points.
Yeah.
Which you did.
And you do.
I do, so I get 3
Yes.
stun points.
You
right?
can.
Can't get some points off the.
Oh, you can't
fast
get
cast
stunt
anyway.
points off of twin
Off of a
cast.
stunt?
Yeah, off of a stunt. You can't stunt off of a stunt. That's true.
That's okay. So it still passes, so I still hit again. Same 2 enemies.
Shit.
We're gonna do.
One of them gets out of the way this time.
Oh,
It
that's smart.
He just takes 1 instead of 2.
Yeah, it's like 1d6. Yeah.
8. Yeah, so he takes 1. So should I roll that differently, or would you?
Yeah. Roll a 1d6 plus 1 now.
Roll 1d6. Ooh. But still, so
It's not
total
bad.
of 11. 11 with the 2, 11 on one, and 15 on the other. Yeah.
Yeah, and none of this is penetrating damage, so I assume armor is gonna work a little bit here. Let me do this math real quick.
But usually the penetrating stuff doesn't happen until later in spellcasting.
Yeah.
Because that's super powerful. It's like, I have full plate. No, you don't.
Oh, one of them has better armor, too. The pachyderm guy's a little tougher on the skin.
Is he gonna spit at me?
That's funny. That makes it so that you did the same damage to both of them.
Wow.
Because one of them has better armor. Yeah, you'll char both of them pretty good. It doesn't put them out of the fight by any means, but you do a pretty good amount of damage to them. As fire erupts from your skull. Very cool. The elephant is going to charge. Yeah, he's going to attack the fire guy. That's cool. What's your defense?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like real quiet when you ask that. 12.
Okay, so he does hit you. For 10.
Ow.
He comes sweeping in with his big weapon, his big club. Bam! Goes right for the spellcaster. It does seem that he targeted you because you're a spellcaster. They are intelligent.
Drop the mage.
Yeah. After that, it is Hazar.
Hazar, started off as the fight was almost like no one had shot each other. He was smiling, getting ready to talk to whoever it was, and then as the fighting starts, he just drops a smile. And as the fight's going on, he just concentrates, and then he lets his harpoon drop. He claps his hands together and brings them apart, and a musket appears in his hands.
You summon a gun.
Minor action, mark of war. You can hide weapons in your tattoo.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, so
And then
he did do the mark thing.
They did do the mark thing.
Mark, yeah. Takes out the musket and just turns to the guy who attacked Morbus. Leave him alone, would you? Boom!
Fucking Corbinian loves muskets. Nothing wrong with it, but it's funny. Which one are you shooting?
Canadians aren't as traumatized by guns as we are, so it's more fun.
It's fair. It's more fun for them. We triggered our PTSD down here. Which one did you attack?
The one that's attacking Morb.
Okay. Absolutely, the elephant.
Yep.
That does hit.
Because I generated stunt points, I'm gonna generate one extra one because I'm an envoy. So I coordinate and say, and give that stunt point to Temo. Hurry up, a bit of a problem back here. So you have that one stunt point that you have to spend before the end of your turn.
You have a floating bardic inspiration, which is cool. I do like that. That's fun. Yeah, go ahead and do the damage.
Clicking is hard, apparently. There we go. Unfortunately, I don't do nearly as much. Okay, I was about to say I don't do nearly as much damage as Hernas because I don't have great perception. I just have the base of the gun.
Still a good amount of money or damage. 13.
And I have 3. Was it 3 stunt points? Yes. I am going to pierce armor. He's wearing armor, right?
It's his skin.
Oh, like his hide.
Yeah, he has a tough animal hide body.
I will pierce armor for 2, so half his armor, and I'll spend the one I have left to immediately reload the musket.
Round it up or down?
It should say the thing. 1 second. Round down.
Wait, I thought that they weren't called muskets anymore because of events that happened long ago.
Yeah, it's a Hernas.
It's a Hernas. Yeah.
And actually, that's probably what marks it. Like, muskets are probably a thing that's sold elsewhere, but this is specifically the Nagami version, which is a Hernas.
Yeah, her face was all right, but her nass.
Excellent. You blast open the side of this creature. He lets out a bit of like a trumpet noise out of his short trunk as he is hurt. You see blood come out. Temo, it is your turn. You have a floating stunt point that you must use by the end of the turn.
There is a floating stunt point. That's good to know because I might need it when I, after sort of tanking and deflecting that blow a little bit off my armor, I swing that heavy two-handed axe in return.
Excellent. Yeah, there is one in front of you and one behind you. The one behind you is the one fighting Morgus that just got shot by Hazar, and then the one in front of you is the goat. And then off to the side is the snake man.
Why is my attack bonus not plus anything? No, that's not right. But it's okay, I'll calculate in a second. Wait, let me look at that actually.
Should be plus
anyway,
fighting.
Is it plus fighting for that weapon? Okay.
I believe so.
Cool. That makes it easy to 8. And then I'm definitely gonna re-roll that 1 now. I'm gonna use it now. Floating whatchamacallit. So that's gonna total up to 10.
It did get used, but...
Oh, it did get used. I misunderstood. I apologize.
But I'll let you use one anyways.
Yeah, that was a boon you're thinking of. My stunt point is as if you roll doubles, but I give you a 1 no matter what.
Yeah, I want to see that stunt point go up, so I'll give you... You can reroll the 1. It's not a guarantee that it'll even hit still, but... Oh, is it the 3?
So I got a 3.
6, 7, 8. Plus what?
Plus 2 for fighting.
So 10. And do you have... you obviously have focus in this attack, right?
Yes.
It's just another plus 2.
Okay, yeah, just making sure, yeah. So it should be... So what is that, 12?
It's a 12? Okay. Which one are you targeting? You said the goat?
The one that hit me.
Oh, the one that hit you. Yeah, the goat. Okay. Yeah, that will hit him, as he is not brandishing a shield. Go ahead and give me damage. Yeah, barely. You barely got. That was close. I'm getting used to you guys' level 1s again.
Right.
So, the axe comes swinging by, comes underneath, and sort of hits into the armor about the belly. Then they get lifted and launched back 2 yards backwards as a part of my two-hander talent.
Oh, nice! You blast him
force
back.
Behind this, yeah, but the force behind this literally, sends him stumbling backwards. Unless they're immune to skirmish. If they're immune to the skirmish
They are
set,
not.
then cool. In that case, yeah, they go stumbling back, and then I turn while they're still trying to get themselves back together to see how Harzar is doing.
Zor seems to be okay
Yeah.
for now. The one will slank out of the ruins with his taloned hands and his snake head. His dagger, he's holding a dagger in one hand, his other hand he'll point, and electricity will play across it. As he says something in a strange language that really only Temo might understand, but it's a bestial speak language. He just simply says, "Lay down and die." As I gotta roll to see if he can do it, which is always interesting as a game master. It's like the spell might not go off. 8,
Yeah.
9.
That's what I like about age games, because it's like, I could try to cast a spell, you could biff it, and you lose the MP anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
I'm a big scary caster. I rolled crap. No, never mind then. That just cost me 10 MP I want back.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my GM power up to reroll this dice, which I feel is a fair use of it. Because I want this lightning bolt to go off. He's going to hit Temo with a bolt of electricity. He casts Jolt on you. You're gonna make a Constitution Stamina test versus my spell power.
Well, I happen to be an expert in Constitution Stamina.
You do, yeah. So it works out. Oh, and you pass. Okay. So
Very
you
grounded.
do not become stunned. So you do not lose your next major action. That's what you saved against, which is good. But you
Helpful.
do. You take 2 penetrating damage.
Ah,
And you almost lose your next turn, which is pretty devastating. But you killed. I didn't even have to look up my spell power. That's a really high roll. 17. Excellent. We're going to go back to the top of the order here. Cedric.
Run another 13. Major, reload, minor, aim.
Oh, so you reload?
Yep.
That's fair.
I run to further back to get cover and reload, and then get ready and aim my shot up over the ledge to shoot the main guy next round, the one who I've marked for death.
Fair enough. And yeah, you're going to want that crossbow master, huh? As soon as you can.
Oh yeah, that's on the list of things to pick up.
Nope. But hey, still good use of turn. You positioned perfectly.
I like it because it shows the mechanics of the system early. Also, this is how the game works. This is how you take your turn if you're a crossbow guy.
Yeah, it was a very technically appealing turn. That was good. I liked it. Very clean. Excellent. You're hiding behind like a half wall. You're like using it as a. That's cool. I like it.
That's exactly right.
Seems it's on brand. I like it a lot. The goat. He's going to run those 2 yards back at you. He's going to hit you. For sure, yeah, he hits you. With some
sort of like narrow my head. at him.
unfortunate
Maybe
stunty
approach-
boys.
Oh no.
Now he's going to pierce armor on you. He just hits you in a spot that doesn't have a lot of armor with his club. So he's going to negate half your armor, rounded down, with his 9 damage.
Oof. Yeah, that one crunches a rib. And there's like an audible grunt that comes out from beneath the helm, all muffled.
Now he'll get in your face again, and he'll just you can see now that he's up close. You can see he has the markings of the feral version of your people, typically associated with Jun. No, Yun. Yoon. That's right.
Yoon.
Typically associated with Yoon. He brandishes the red markings. It's probably blood that's on his face. They use it to paint themselves. And they are brutal adversaries. So after that, Morgus, There's one right in your face. The pachyderm man is right there. He's hurt. You can see blood on him. So's the goat man, and the lizard man is untouched.
Pachyderms are elephants.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Earlier when you said it, I thought alpaca. That's why I asked it.
No, pachyderms are elephant. I think tapiaries are pachyderms. There's a
Trunk.
few. Yeah, anything with a trunk.
Well, and I guess I'm part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Morgus just kind of looks at the pachyderm and is like, "Thank you for the gift of pain, but now is not the time for me to be welcome into her sweet embrace." And then his eyes roll back in his head, and they're just white, and like dark blood starts like coming down his face, and he says, "Mors mihi vat vita," which is Latin for "death, give me life." And I cast Draw Upon Death,
Oh,
and nothing happens.
and the
But
MP
then
moves.
I move as close to Hemo as I can with my minor action. My speed
Excellent.
is,
You seek protection from Temo.
Yeah.
After that, the pachyderm's going to go. Well, he just got shot. He's going to go for the guy that shot him. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he
I wanted to
definitely-
draw aggro away from you. It's like, no, pay attention to me. Leave
It
the mage
worked.
alone.
He hits you. His club comes sweeping in and cracks you just right across the shoulder. He kind of clips you for a total of 9.
Ow.
Meaning thick-skinned animals. Okay. Elephants, hippopotamuses. I think it's hippopotami? I don't know. Rhinos, pigs, and tapiaries.
I wish I was high on pot noose.
Ha! It's a good one. All right. You got hit. Did it hurt?
Oh yeah, it hurt. He kind of turns and lets and tries to take it on the leather as much as possible and protect the gun, but it's still, holy crap, that hurts. Because I'm
It
only in
is-
light leather.
Your turn, Hazar.
You hit like an old woman. I increase his mind communication of 3 higher than his willpower.
Yes.
He's dazzled by my cutting remarks. I get +1 defense against him until the beginning of my next turn. And then I shoot him with my major.
Okay.
Bang.
Dang, indeed.
I think I hit him.
6 stun points.
Is 18 hit?
Yes, 18. Yes, 18 hits. Be a dick.
So I'm gonna.
Points.
I am going to call out. Go on, Cedric. You'll hit him this time. You get a stun point because I rolled stunts. And with my 6 stun points,
What does that mean, Gary?
It's because the 18 didn't hit.
Oh, okay. It's like, what is that?
6. So pierce armor. Rapid reload. And I am going to. Knocking him prone won't do a whole lot to him. He'll just get up and immediately start attacking somebody. Well, no, he eats a minor, but I don't think that really matters. So I'll just use Mighty Blow to add an extra d6.
Alrighty. Ah. His chest explodes open, and his heart just starts squirting blood everywhere. And he just, you see him like lose all the strength in his legs very quickly and fall to the ground. Overkill.
That was the elephantish guy, right?
The elephantish guy is
Okay.
down.
Got it.
Temo!
Okay. So part of the reason why that last hit impacted so heavily was because I leaned into it a little bit to reposition. I'm going to take a minor action to square up the footing, trade places a little bit in this kind of exchange, and guard up to increase my defense +1. And with my main action, we will, with the part of the motion, build momentum for a hefty axe swing, and hit this guy. Hopefully, if the dice are gonna roll.
Well, they're not now that you're pressuring them.
They're not. I know.
They have
They're
performance
gonna roll twice now. Why is this happening?
Roll 20 being roll 20.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh, there they are. So it rolled 3 times. So, do you want a 4th roll, or do you want to pick one of those?
I'll be nice and let you make a 4th roll.
The first one was really good.
Okay.
First one was so good.
That first one was really good.
Yeah, 14 hits.
Okay, so that's a 14 to hit. So the axe slams in for another 10 points to this goat person and sends him flying back 2 more yards.
You drop
Into-
blood across his chest as he skitters back.
Mm-hmm.
He looks
Where was that guy who lightning bolted me? Was that the elephant guy?
like, so when this guy skitters back, the lightning bolt guy's to your left. Like, just like
Okay.
right there.
Actually, I sent him flying like in the same direction as the lightning bolt guy.
They'll be right next to each
And
other. The lightning guy is standing inside of the ruins of a building still, though.
Okay, gotcha.
And it is
But after that, I square up to both of them. As best I can.
it is his turn. He's going to. He's gonna. His hands will flash again, and then a bright light will emanate from his hands. He is able to cast it, which is good. Everyone looking that way, which is definitely Temo and Gary.
Is there a range on it?
Yeah, he might be out of range.
You are out of range. Okay, good. You're out of range. So it's just Temo, and possibly you other two. You're pretty close.
I was
Yeah, because we're clustered around Temo.
I was trying to be as close to her as possible.
Are you guys looking at the remaining enemies?
I would be turning to get ready to shoot at them, so it makes sense. For
I
me
would
to
be
look at my
I
left.
would be looking at Temo because I'm about to try and buff her.
That's perfectly okay. So, well, you two, Temo and Hazar. Right?
Harzar.
Harzar. I'm trying to remember without looking. Make dexterity acrobatics tests.
My magic resistance turns this into willpower self-discipline because I'm a Drac.
Correct.
So I have Drac blood.
Sick.
I remember that. That's a good one. Yeah. You pass? You both pass. That's unfortunate for this guy. It would have blinded you as a bright flash. There's a bit of a crackle, like rolling thunder sound that emanates across the island at this. He was going to blind you and run away. But now he's just going to run away. So he'll shout something in his like hissy language at you guys. But Gary, it is your turn.
I already aimed. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Okay.
The main guy, the guy that I marked. Yes. That is what I'm gonna do. Just making sure I wasn't gonna move to a further range in shooting. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot from here.
Yeah, you don't want to move too far back, 'cause then you'll fall out. You'll get your range penalties.
Yeah, I'll get the -2, but with the +2, I was just considering it. I thought maybe,
Yeah.
maybe I could get away with it. I just kind of wanted to flex my character and see what the numbers look like. All right, here we go.
That's a
I
hit.
rolled a 17 because of the aim.
Because of the aim, it's definitely a hit, buddy.
And you have a stump point, so you could rapid reload immediately, even though you didn't roll any.
Oh yeah, because he gave you a stun point.
Yep. Nice, and I will do that then. Thank you. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. No, that's some sick synergy right there.
That's why I immediately thought, like, oh wait, he needs to reload over there. Yeah, I have a stump point.
Boom. So I fire, I rapid reload, and then is the rapid reload a free action?
Yeah, you just
it's part of your stump point. Yeah.
you just reload
Cool.
your crossbow immediately.
So then I can aim again as a minor action at the end of this turn, and I will be aimed at the beginning of next turn.
What vital point on this guy did you aim at? Because you have him marked.
I have him marked for death. I shoot him. I'm aiming for the center of the collarbone.
The crossbow
It's
bolt.
9 damage.
The crossbow bolt will sink into his throat, and he'll gurgle and kind of and like blood will erupt, and he'll just like go limp noodle legged and fall to the ground and die. Because he was pretty close already, and then you overkilled him.
I will look at the next one and mutter some words, and no one's close enough, but my eyes seem to get a little darker when I mutter those words, and the last guy living, I mark for death.
He's running away. The last guy's running. It is immediately Morg's turn.
Last guy is running. Temo was after me in rotation.
Yeah, it goes you, then Temo, then
Okay.
or then Hazar, then Temo, and then the creature, the beast man.
Well, Hazar might finish him off with that rifle, but just in case, I'm gonna move to Temo and say, Lama Vidas es mihi, and set her fucking axe on fire. Fucking shit,
Your axe erupts into flame.
No, it doesn't. It didn't hit.
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
Oh no.
So much MP just burning away here.
He says something in a
Friggin'
strange
dice, man.
language and rubs your axe, and nothing happens.
Because I fucked up the Latin when I was saying it, so that's why I didn't.
It's the mask. It muffles it sometimes.
Sound like
What
Bane
was
eating
that?
a sandwich.
Been eating something.
Oh man.
You merely adopted the sandwich.
This sandwich was born in darkness.
Fuck. I just want to do Bane impressions for the rest of the time, but we're not going to, damn it.
Why not? It's our show.
It is our show. Hazar, it's your turn.
How far away is running away boy?
Oh man, I'm so bad at distances in this game.
Is he more than 24 yards? That's the more important thing.
How many yards can you run in a turn?
Me?
Yeah.
10.
No, he is not more than 24 yards away from you.
Sorry, runs double that, so 20.
Well, he only took one action.
Yeah.
Because he used his main action to try to blind you guys.
He's the only breathing one
It's
left.
the only one that's still upright.
I will kind of rest the rifle, the musket over Temo's shoulder, and go deep breath, please. As I aim, poof.
You're deaf.
But the first time I pulled this stunt, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, more than that, being 18, but still.
That's really high. No, you hit him. Even though he's far, like, running. You nailed him.
14 damage.
That's a lot.
But his armor catches it. I can't pierce it.
You'll see him, like, get hit and roll and keep running. But, like, you see, like, blood, like, highlighted by the moon as it splatters across the rubble.
Run him down!
Temo!
I shout in excitement.
Oh.
You're giving me a warning next time.
What?
Think I can hit him from here?
I'm just gonna
probably
actually
can.
just kind of step to the side and double check that the other ones that are down for good. Stretching out my injured side. I don't do anything with the one that's running away. I kind of just make sure, just kind of like start going into the denouement of the fight already.
You're just looking around, making sure everything's good. Probably smart.
Mhm.
In that case, it is his turn. He's going to double time. He's just going to book it. So he does get a significant distance away.
It's 30 yards, probably.
Yeah. He's about 30 yards away now. Gary.
Probably
My
still in range of you.
range is 30, 60, and
Yeah.
I fell back about 20, so he's about 50 right now for me. So
He's
I
about
still got a
50 for you.
shot with a -2. I'll use my minor action to sure up that -2 and make it flat. I'm already reloaded. He's already marked, so I'm gonna fire and do 2 extra damage if I hit. I've rolled a 17
That's a hit!
with 3 stunt
Let's do
points.
Stunt points. Yeah.
I'm gonna do 13 damage. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna do it for him.
It depends.
You might want to pierce in case he has armor. Pierce reload,
Or
probably.
mighty blow it even.
Or mighty blow, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking mighty blow. It's an extra d6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's throw it in there. Oh, it's a 1.
Still get your reload, though.
That's right.
As long as you have one. Oh, I dropped him.
He drops down. You can just see, like, he's just running, like, towards the moon, and you just see, like, him fall.
Yeah, I take the shot. First, I take a long time. I breathe, so I aim, and then I shoot. And there's like a 4-second delay, and you guys see his body fall. Boom! Running through the field.
Wonderful shot. Beautiful.
Thank you.
His art claps.
Not so bad yourself.
Yeah, we'll drop out of initiative order. You guys can act freely now.
He reload. Harzar reloads his the musket, the harnassa, and then he holds both ends of it and vanishes it back into his tattoo.
I gotta be honest. I didn't expect you to pull a gun out of nowhere. That really caught me off guard.
What kind of Nagami would I be if I didn't know how to use black powder? I smile.
Let's.
What? Did you think I was going to throw a harpoon at them?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
I
that's
chuckle.
That's pretty funny.
I chuckle and immediately start patting them down for money.
With the
I was gonna
wise.
say I want to examine these. Are these like looking like they're outfitted? Or are they looking like they're not doing so hot? Like they're bandits maybe or something?
They do seem to be like sort of wild bandits. Let me find the. Here it is. Here's the correct book.
Do any of them have what you would consider heavy leather armor?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Let
unfortunate.
me double check. Let me double check their stat block.
I'll be on the lookout for that for a while.
They are wearing light leather.
I've got light leather, but thank
Yeah,
you
same.
for thank you.
Do any of them perchance have bones?
Yes, they all have bones.
No.
Are you going to harvest them? You don't have to
Also-
lie to me. I won't be offended.
He says
you can have
as
your
he
god
starts
after all.
harvesting them.
I'm just hiding stuff, yeah.
That
Yeah, but I
no
spent-
sounded suspiciously like a yes.
It did. You know, it's bad enough. These markings here. They're markings of June. Of Yoon.
Yoon.
Which one is that again? I don't know your gods
Yoon-
as well as the
yeah.
old ones.
Yoon's the Yoon. The entire tribe of Yoon was actually exiled from the council and the coalition of mountain. Really, some time ago, I don't really remember
Oh.
exactly what they told me, but he's represents our most bestial nature, the parts of ourselves that are savage and violent in ways that are not with balance, as the council would probably put it.
Savage, violent outcasts, huh? Sounds like my kind of people.
Yes,
I
except
bet.
these ones have a lot less honor and tact than the appraiser of where again?
That's of Koeth.
Of Koath, the appraiser of Koath.
Koath.
Like
Koath, that's right. Now, these ones we would have been the next ones that they would have tried to take in broad daylight for nothing other than the love of blood itself. Not even proper tactic.
I mean, I could get like the thrill of the hunt, but they weren't even trying to steal us for our money. They're just stealing us for our meat. Ugh.
Yeah, there's definitely
And this one
something
barely
to
could even put up a
respect
good fight.
about a creature just being a creature.
From amongst their bodies, you are able to recover 11 silver pieces. Two of them have clubs. Two of them have light leather. One of them has a throwing spear. The lizard one has a kris, which is a curvy dagger. That's about all you find on them, other than like gross stuff. Like one of them has a scalp. There's some human teeth in there. Definitely like bones of people. You can tell they have human bones. Maybe some of them are other beast tribe, like your people. They might have some of that. Just an assortment of bones. You can just take the pre-harvested bones, Keon.
Do any of you want that? Does anybody else?
Anybody else want those teeth?
Anybody else want the bag of bones?
No,
Oh.
Lawrence ate people.
Oh, I
Morgus
would
was
like to
like-
appraise them and see if any of these bones are actually worth something or mean something before I just turn over the bones.
It's not a terrible
Sure,
idea.
go ahead and appraise them.
I
That
don't.
could be like
I don't-
that could be dragon bone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, careful not to get the stink of Yoon on you.
I don't believe in those gods.
Oh, burn.
Oh, they believe in you.
Those
they
gods
don't.
aren't for you.
Those
No
gods can't
disrespect.
find us. We're off their radar. We only have to worry about the dwarven gods.
That's what the people of Greystone said in the legends.
You know, if we thought about it right now, Kierg would probably laugh.
I rolled a 16 appraisal. I've got some of these bones.
You're looking at the
laid out.
bones. A lot of them, they are mostly like human. You could tell, like they have bits of cloth from various armies. You could tell that they ate some soldiers from the war.
Trophies, but nothing of value.
None of them are special bones.
Yeah, these bones are all yours. They look like mostly human. Nothing of any real value in here.
I dally out 3 silver to the 3 of you and pocket 2. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
I pick
My
up.
cup's getting smaller. And I was gonna look at the other two.
You
But
can
that's
have
it, I
the
just-
silver as long as I can keep what's mine. And I whispered to the bag of bones, "You are worth something, my dear. You're so
No, you need to keep that to get some food.
Oh, thank you, thank you, stranger. I will remember.
But yeah, you have a bag of bones. We'll say it's you put it all in like a hide sack that one of them had, which is like an animal skin.
Actually, though, can I also grab that curved dagger?
You can.
You're about?
Yeah, I'm not grabbing it.
What's it called?
It is a
Kris.
Kris. Kr. ISS. Or is it
Like
I?
a Chris knife.
I think it's
in
2S.
Dune.
Might just be 1S.
And you know what?
Just
It
one.
makes it more accurate with Avenging Penguin's drawing because he drew me with a dagger and I didn't have one. But now I do.
The hilt is horn. It is made of horn. And it does, much to Temo's dismay, bear the sigils of Yoon.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
There's nothing evil cursed about this blade. It's just ancient graffiti.
are you an atheist or you just don't believe in non-dwarven gods?
I looked at this stuff and none of it's cursed or magic or looks peculiar to me. So this to me is just bullshit. It's not real magic. These guys are just, they think they know what they're doing, but they're not doing real magic.
It'd be like someone doing the marked tattoos of the Nagami. It's like, well, if you don't know the proper tattoo, it's not magical. It's just you're just wearing. It's just fashion.
There's a big difference to my character of what these guys are doing versus what that god actually, the power that god holds.
Yeah. You didn't see evidence that they were wielding the god's power.
Yeah, they have no power here. This is not a magic item. These are nobodies.
That's kind of true. But you do have this gross knife now.
So, Morgus, you a shaman of your god, or saw you throwing fire back there?
With the inherent masses of dead souls that reside within my bones, I am perpetually cold, so I've learned the beginnings of mastering pyromancy to warm my innards. See, now I am warming Cedric Genfist right now, producing smoke.
I'm sorry you asked, Arzar.
Oh, the best of heroes and traveling warriors always learn what they can, as scary and terrifying as it can be sometimes.
Yes.
You will continue on your journey across.
Actually, one thing I might want to point out. I want to ask. Might we want to burn the bodies so they don't make people sick or spread the plague?
You burn the bodies you want.
I kind of look at Morgus because he's the one who looks more learned of us.
There is lots of kindling around, but Morgus, you would be aware of what I said earlier that the disease hasn't seemed to have affected the beast kind yet.
No, these three were only infected with greed. We need not burn the bodies.
Oh. Look over at Temo and go,
Klaatu.
so do you want us to just leave them to rot and eat by animals, or do we bother burying them?
Well, if they're really intent on honoring Yoon, then leaving them for the animals is probably the closest they'll get.
Yeah, I don't know if beast kind bury. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Right?
Neither the
That's-
Harzar. He's
you know,
like,
there's,
should I bury them? Should I burn them? I don't know.
It's kind of up to you.
There's
But,
a lot of creatures out there that'll be grateful for the meal left out, I'm sure.
there's already stuff eating them.
Nice.
There's a couple rats that are like, you guys done with this one? Yeah, and they're like,
Nice.
it's delicious.
See, for example.
You will continue on your way across the Isle of Mourn. You will arrive at your destination a couple hours later. You will see it. Now it is the dead of night. You'll see just a bunch of tents along the coast. You'll see people walking around. They're still awake. There's a couple people standing on the outskirts of the tents, looking out. They seem to be some sort of makeshift militia. They're not wearing uniforms, but it looks like they were all commissioned, given meager weapons to kind of keep a lookout. You've arrived at the tent city of the Isle of Mourn.
No reason for us to go in together.
We'll gather up at the ferry in the morning, yeah?
I'll walk straight in.
You walk in. The guards just seem to. You don't know what they're on the lookout for necessarily, but they just kind of nod at you. They don't check who you are or anything. It's not that kind of guarding. They're more on the lookout.
You got a cat master by chance?
What?
Cat master.
You're asking for a cat master?
Camp.
A camp master,
Okay.
good sir.
I thought you wanted to talk to Banksy or something. I was like, what? That's such a specific request.
That's definitely hard. His accent being a little too thick for these guys. You're like, Gray's own accent, right? Camp master. Like over enunciating it.
Yeah, we got a camp master.
I liked the idea also that you were asking for a cat master, but like instead of a hound master. So this place has trained cats that like track down runaways and stuff.
And it's not like cats, it's cat folk.
I thought he was asking for like a specific kind of boat that I'm not smart enough to know about. And I was like, oh no,
master.
I'm going to look so dumb.
Like Googling in the background, like,
Like,
what kind of
what's a
boat
cat
is a
master?
cat master?
Really escalated.
Camp master. You'd have to speak to him in the morning if you care to speak to the camp master. But yes, we do have kind of an unofficial group. Why?
Oh, just wanted to say, pay my greetings for the Nagami tribe to him. I'm passing through, so. Which tent is it? That one, is it over there somewhere near the center or near the edge?
It's the center one, yeah.
The center one there? Okay. Thank you kindly. And I pat him on the shoulder, and then as I'm passing by him, I flick him a copper coin.
He'll like look at his shoulder, like kind of like, but then you flick him the coin. He's like, "Oh, thank you." Put it away.
Steer at me again. I'll put a hole in your back. I keep walking.
You say that to him?
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Yeah, I've heard that one before." I don't know. He'll bite the copper and like keep going on patrol. He eyes Temo a bit, and then they kind of step away from Morgus when he walks in. They're sort of like they just sort of make a space for him.
He's clutching the new bag of bones. Just
They can hear it jiggling. They're like looking at you like kind of horrified. They're like, like one of them's like, do we let him in? And they're like, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
we with them.
You just disappear into the tent city, much to everyone's dismay. And that's where we're gonna end.
Hey, did that guy have bones in that bag?
Please tell me that.
Why does
was
everybody
bones
know
in
what that
bag.
sounds like?
Rattle, rattle, rattle. You're looking around all suspicious. With
Wait,
a fucking plague doctor.
You think the guy with a plague mask and skull paint and a skull staff has bones in that bag? I don't think
Why would you have bones in there? And you're also being really weird about it. Like you're not being cool about the bones.
You're like way too excited about what's in the bag. It's like, is there bones in there? You seem like a kind of guy that's excited about bones. Yeah.
No, there's still bones in here, and he runs.
It's your own.
My bones.
My bones.
I ate the bones.
Oh, hey,
my
can I
God.
get my bolts back that I fired at people?
Yeah,
One of
probably.
them missed and fired off into the dark, but the other ones hit targets.
You can get those. Yeah,
All right.
you can reclaim them. It's fine.
Oh yeah, you can reclaim your ammo. Yeah,
Keep
that must
it
be
in track.
nice.
Yeah, gun people
Yes.
can't do that. I mean, I guess you could pick the lead out and like reforge it, but a lot of work for not a lot of reward. Yeah, you guys will disappear into the tent city on your various, having your various times. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight. That was our first session of Season 2.
Yeah.
I'm liking the way this feels. How do you guys feel? You guys liking it? So far,
like
so
it.
good?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't
Yeah,
get to
this-
shoot enough things.
This reminds me of like playing in person in a group and just pulling one of those like 8-hour birthday sessions where you like go outside, stretch, eat a meal, come back in and keep playing.
Yeah.
I could keep playing this. These characters are good. The way that they mesh together, I think, is great. We kind of fill not only every class niche, but almost every personality niche also. I think there's something funny and violent about our team, which is what I
You guys
I
are a
like
very
much.
cohesive team. It's very...
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's a very
But
good
it's
team.
it's like a
We-
Suicide Squad.
Yes, it's
It
exactly
is.
right.
Yeah.
I was going to say we have a Suicide Squad feel. I'm 100% with you there.
I like it because it
You're-
reminds me of Darkest Dungeon. And you guys
You're
are
like
kinda,
Polka Dot Man, and I'm like whichever black guy is a hitman this time. And then Aaron is like Peacemaker, and Corbinian is like the Pete Davidson guy before he gets killed.
Or is Corbinian
Blackguard.
Corbinian might be the Harley Quinn, honestly, if he's the charmer, right?
I was trying to think who's the
That's true.
talker and charmer, but I didn't come up with one fast enough.
That's why American girls like accents, because we ain't got none. Yeah.
And then you get to be Harley Quinn. That's great.
I'll take it. It's like, oh, you're a diplomat. You're super chill. You're not gonna be super violent, right? What? Bang! Oh, I am.
Did you just say you're a? What did you say?
He's a nipple mat. You heard that, right?
Diplomat. You
I
fucking
heard him
weirdos.
say he's a nipple man.
the nipple man.
I
You
was
heard
like,
what you wanted to hear. That's what that
Vampire
was.
Bites asks, who is to Matt Damon? And I guess that would be Jahan would be to Matt Damon.
I'm Matt Damon.
When was Matt Damon in either of those movies?
He's there in spirit.
It's in the
Matt
extended sequence.
Damon.
He's there in spirit.
Oh,
Director's cut.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. Adventure Penguin also heard Nipple Man, thank you. This is Fantasy Age. This is Fantasy Age 2nd edition. We're using the new rules. You can check them out. I think you can order the PDFs, and you can pre-order the book still. Use code Fresh Out the Box to get a discount. I know y'all are using the code, because I keep getting notified, so that's very cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is episode 1 of season 2. We are planning on playing this one for a good long while, so strap in, get ready. And I've been the Game Master, Johananon.
It's me, Casualty CDG. You can find Jahan and I every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at twitch.tv/Johananon. Sometimes we're doing a podcast, sometimes we're playing tabletop role-playing games, sometimes we're painting miniatures, but we're always being nerdy and we're always having fun, and you're always welcome to join us in whatever we're doing. It'll probably result in some laughs and some gross moments and some terrifying, violent things. That's what we're about here. Gross and funny and violent. That's us in a nutshell. So thanks so much for being a part of this. Thanks for joining us. I can't wait to play more. Looking forward to this game a lot.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me at ElectricMetCHSR on Twitter. I am a variety of video game and tabletop roleplay game Twitch streamer. You can find me here on Twitch on Corbinian, and if you want to find my other links, they're all attached on my link tree on the Twitter. So figure out where all that's going, what's happening there. And the only thing to point out is I will be doing stuff this Saturday for Traveler 5, hopefully, and be seeing people fly their brand new shiny ship. And maybe actually play games next week, because this week I didn't, but next week I will. So look forward to that. Or don't, I don't care.
Hey folks, it's your favorite game designer, or maybe one of them, or probably not. Me, Aaron Baumier. Also out there is Serendipity Do. I do things like write a game such as Neo Varden, which I'm really excited about because we are launching that crowdfund from GameFound at the end of the month. And you can actually go there now and follow the pre-launch and just, watch me put together the rewards and the stretch goals and all the fun parts before we go on our official launch, and you can back it and get your copy sent. I think by the end of the year, we're going to be able to make fulfillment happen. So, anyway, check
link is
that
in the
out.
chat.
I'm really excited. It'll be cool. It's there. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. I will not be sad, really, very much, at least. You can also check out the Adventure Sling podcast. We just talk to people in the RPG tabletop gaming community about all kinds of cool things, from why it's good for therapy to what's cool about making characters to cosplaying those characters to anything else that happens to come across our way. So check that out as well at the adventuresling.com website. And that's it for me. Thanks, everyone.
And yeah, it's your boy Keon. I'm still out here making that music for any tabletop stream that approaches me. So far it's just been the one, but I'm really thinking there's going to be more knocking on my door. pretty soon for all these tabletop streams. So
Do you want me to ask people? I know people.
I was joking, but when I do move soon, I will be doing a lot more stuff. So
Okay.
we can talk later. But anyway, thanks for supporting the channel.
Thanks, everybody. Stay fresh.